Hi everybody, Monica King from Southern Arizona Beekeepers Association is here to help us out because we're still kind of not understanding what's going on with the hive. So she's going to help me. She's already helped me with the smoker, and she's going to help me figure out what's going on here.
Okay, right now what I'm looking at is I'm looking at just the activity at the front here. I can't tell whether or not these are getting attacked by ants or if they actually are showing signs of neurological damage, because there's a lot of ants here.
Okay.
The entrance, what do we got here? We got a lot of bees even over there. The entrance is kind of a mess. What do you guys got going on? Let's take a peek. And you have a full entrance going. Okay. We're just going to kind of watch the bees coming out. All right, so far okay.
It just seems strange that they look like rolling around on the ground like.
Yeah. See, I don't know if they're getting attacked by ants out there or if they just can't fly because they have neurological damage. This one kind of...
He just fell off, and it
Yep.
seems like...
Then I think you might have some pesticide problem. We're going to take a peek.
So if I have no idea where the pesticides are coming from, which I don't, then what's my best?
So they could either be getting it from their water source or they can be getting it from their forage.
Okay.
What I've noticed usually in an area, do you have any agricultural farms or anything nearby here?
Well, I mean, we all have gardens, everybody here, but not as far as a full-on farm. But what we are near, the golf course and their ponds and stuff over there.
Okay. They've been putting in some nice honey stores. Okay, something just as a note, when there's a dearth, when there's nothing coming in, you do not want to break honey. You want to try to be very careful not to crack any of their honey open, because that is like a calling card for robber bees.
Okay.
I'm going to take these empty frames out. Something that you can do to make this draw a lot faster is to take pure beeswax, melt it, and with one of those wide sponge brushes, give an extra painting. Even though they say these are got a coating of wax on them, it's more stimulating to the bees to actually give them a little bit more, and they'll draw these out faster.
Okay.
One thing I'm noticing is that the honey has made a huge mess in the bottom of the box, and that the bees are sticking to that. We got them flopping. I think that they're foraging on pesticide. Let's take a peek. That's brood and pollen stores. Very little brood right there and right there, but all the rest of this is pollen. Outside is honey. I'm going to put this on the outside here. All brood. They've got nice pollen coming in. Very nice. Is this are they acting kind of like what you expected?
Well, in the frames they seem to be okay. It's just on the bottom and outside it just seems like they're kind of messed up.
A lot more pollen. They're backfilling. I'm not seeing any eggs yet. You have a queen cell right here. That's a full queen cell that's capped. I think your queen is gone right there. So I do not recommend allowing them to raise their own in our area.
Okay.
Because, you know, usually they have these type right here that are like practice cells. There's nothing in them kind of thing. And with that set, you know, but when they have them, when they're sealed like this, so they'll have the daughter of your Italian queen, but then she'll go mate with whatever's in this area. And usually that's going to be majority Africanized.
Okay.
So if it's okay, you want me to go ahead and knock these down?
Yeah, absolutely. But it means we need another.
You need another queen.
Queen.
So that's all the royal jelly, and the larva is in there. Let's take a peek here. After you get them requeened, you're going to want to do a mite treatment. Even though you don't visually see mites, I'm seeing a little bit of the brood and just a patchiness, and you know, like this larva's open and stuff. You might want to go ahead and do a treatment, especially since probably shouldn't pull any more honey or anything from this hive.
Okay.
Usually you want to have 2 deeps full of bees and a honey super on top.
Okay.
And then that's what they go into winter with. And then anything that's above that is what the beekeeper gets to harvest.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull all this out. Just continuously look. Oh my goodness. You guys got a mess going on in there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why they're making so much mess.
Your bottom board, it's like your honey had a meltdown and the bees are getting stuck in it.
Interesting.
Come on, move out of the way a little bit. There you go. I'm sorry. We're also going to cover all this honey. We're going to kick sand up over it, but I'm going to look through here first to see if the queen is in this.
So basically my hive is kind of not good.
It's not feeling good right now, no. They are not feeling good.
So they're not it's not just about the honey meltdown or the pesticides or the queen being gone. It's everything.
Yeah, there's a little bit of everything going on. I'm just going to put them down to 1 bee in, 1 bee out.
Okay.
I'm going to put this back in. So, well, also if you can tell, you can't see between that comb.
Yeah.
And that's just all drone comb again. So literally, I'm going to do this kind of thing. Take this all off. So that they start this all over again. See?
Ah.
The
Should have
reason
been
why
more connected, or
Yeah, they need it. They need to fix that and do it right. They're kind of just, their architecture is off. So, and there's another queen cell. Probably wouldn't even notice that, and then we would have a virgin out. Let's see, look at that.
yeah.
So yeah, we want to take all this out. And if you have chickens,
I do.
they love this stuff.
Oh.
So yeah, make them start all over again with that. I'm going to put that on the outside. I'm going to put 1 empty here. Move over a couple frames of brood. 3 frames of brood. And then this one's the honey. And I'm going to put the empties here. We want to separate the original nuke frames. So whenever you have a queen, she's not going to go behind a honey frame to lay.
Okay.
So you always have to put empties in her area in order for her to see what's going on so that she'll lay. So literally, if you had a queen going right now, and I also push these close together at first.
I think I only have 9 because you said that was a
Yes,
good
I
idea.
only run 9.
Okay, good.
Otherwise, it's really hard. And if you notice, when I take the frames out, I take them out kind of slowly
Yes.
and straight. That way none of the bees are like falling off and you don't have a chance of rolling your queen or anything like that, or smashing a lot of honey up. Okay, so we're going to put this one back down. And I took your feeder off because that's another way for them to, this just had a full opening going on, and that'll help with if there's any robbers type thing, because I think the flow kind of in this area, I don't see really anything really blooming right now.
Okay.
Your cholla's not blooming, Palo Verde's done, Ironwood's done, you know. So now that it's up to whatever people have in their yards. And you need a new queen.
Okay. What's going to happen with the pesticide problem?
So I've seen 2 things happen. I've seen it take out an entire hive when it's really, really bad. And then I've also seen it where the hive recuperates because it was just a single time issue. So it's kind of hard to say. And also, yeah, it's pesticides. You got a pesticide problem. My chickens absolutely love chewing up this thing. So, okay.
Well, they'll be happy, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. The other thing I'm going to do too is like same thing here, just kind of help them out, move the empties over a little bit, and just kind of put them towards the middle more. Come on. It's a reason why smoke is kind of good, just to get them out of the way too. Especially when you saw me like cleaning the bars. Okay, so now I'm going to go check to see what might have happened to your queen.
Your thoughts about excluders?
I wouldn't even put an excluder on this yet.
But eventually,
Yeah.
Are you pro excluder or
I am
anti?
either way. When it comes to just a single hive, you don't really need one. You're going to
Okay.
be paying attention to where your brood is. Commercial beekeepers will use them just in order to make sure that when they go and harvest a whole honey box, that the queen is downstairs.
Got it.
Where you'd be, harvesting 1 or 2 or even a full super. But literally, for them, I like you putting 2 deeps and then 1 medium super, and then another medium super is what the beekeeper takes from. Like I
Okay.
said, that makes them make it through a dearth. Otherwise, like anytime they get sick or their numbers drop, anytime that happens, they'll still have stores to get them through.
So, question about the honey: if they had pesticides, what does that do to the honey?
It really depends on what the pesticide. I mean, it's hard to say what if they're bringing in water that's laden with pesticide. Like I said, I've seen hives recuperate from it, and I've seen hives not make it. This is not a bad die-off.
Okay.
It just kind of depends if they continue going to wherever this issue is. So when you were in there the other day, did you notice a bunch of, like these dead bees on the bottom then?
Yes.
Okay.
Should I get my honey tested, the honey that I took the other day, to see if it's got pesticides in it?
I wouldn't go through that. To get it tested is really costly.
Okay.
I would, you know, this is just going to depend on how they do it, how bad it is. Like I said, some hives can recuperate from it. The other thing is your queen is gone and you have capped cells in it, so now you have a brood interruption. I'm not quite seeing her. There's a lot of drones in this. And one of the reasons I did that is so that if there's any robbers or something, they don't smell this so close to the hive and come here trying to steal.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to watch the activity at the entrance for a little while. Next inspection, you're going to watch for more dead bees.
Okay.
And be very careful not to hit any honey.
So there's no dripping.
So there's no dripping, so that we know whether or not, so we kind of can get an idea of if it's a continuous problem, or like I said, or if they just, some workers just accidentally ran into something that wasn't good for them. Like I said, it could be a one-time application of pesticide and the problem's gone. Or it could be a continuous issue. That's what we need to figure out.
Okay.
But regardless, gonna need a new queen. Right there is their entrance right now.
Mm-hmm.
These all will figure that out. They're kind of used to having this big wide entrance. I got honey drippage up there. Like I said, I really don't know how your flow is in the area. If they continue to draw comb and everything like that, that would be great. Just monitor, try to figure out, are they adding more? If they're growing, gotta be stuck. She's like, my head is stuck. There, get out of there. You want to know if they're adding on still, and if there's more dying.
Okay.
That's the one thing, but we still, no matter what, we're gonna need a queen. Because these look totally healthy. It might have been just these worker bees that got affected. We just...
So many. Oh.
Right now your hive still looks strong inside, except for the fact they're not having any young, replenishing. This is just going to be one of those things you'll know in the next couple weeks what's going to happen. I will bring a queen.
Okay.
And you guys can just pick her up from me and then introduce her. Like I said, it'll be one that, I'm pulling from my hives. So she'll need to be replaced if the hive is okay.
Okay.
Okay, so she's just like a loner, like a poor individual that was gonna be, and that kind of thing. So I save them for these kind of purposes,
Okay.
and at least they'll get something laying in there, and you'll be able to tell, what's going on. See her, she's trying to drag out the dead body, and you see how that dead body's got a tongue hanging out?
Yes.
That's a sign of pesticides.
Oh, wow.
And starvation, but these bees are not starving. So I'm gonna say they hit pesticides. I'm hoping that this is like just a one-time thing, but
Me too, but that's pretty concerning because I don't have any control.
right.
And
Well, you're the second person this week.
am I? Well, this was awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I feel like I have to run inside and write everything down because I've learned so much in the past 45 minutes. So it was a wonderful morning with Monica. I learned so much, including that I have pesticides, varroa mites, and a dead queen. Hopefully we'll get all those things squared away soon. Thanks for watching.